let's go into this week in Vegas because I know
Okay.
you're ready to make that guest picker box 0-3 right there.
Okay. Well, okay. So I got 3 great takes for Vegas this week. I am on a legendary cold streak. I have
Yes.
not won a bet since July from the home run derby, and I have legitimately. Oh, my light. My light has gone out. Okay, my lights have gone out.
I can still see you. You're good.
Okay, cool. Maybe my car just died. That sucks. But
I'll come
anyways,
jump you. Don't worry.
God damn it. Um, but so I'm on a legendary cold streak, and I really think these are the picks to make me go 3-0. I'm not betting actual money, but if you want free money, here you go for 3 picks. So first we got the Chargers -4.5 against the Broncos. Monday Night Football. The Broncos can't play on primetime.
We know.
And tired. This is one of my takeaways. This is one of my predictions. I am sick and tired of watching the goddamn Broncos play on primetime and watching my quarterback, Russell Wilson, be horrible every time in primetime.
They're so bad.
I just can't a man have his quarterback play bad on 1 p.m. games like a gentleman. I'm tired of watching him play bad when the world is watching. It's horrible. Like, one of my takeaways was that maybe Russ was holding the Seahawks back and not the other way around because Geno's been balling. And one of my predictions was I'm going to have a heart attack by halftime in the Monday Night Football game because I can't handle this. It's ridiculous. So Chargers.
Are you starting him again in fantasy? Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I'm starting him. I wanted to pick up Geno Smith, but he was gone. It's
okay.
BS.
And you have Chargers -4.5, right?
Chargers -4.5 on Monday night.
Okay, that's a solid pick.
Here we are. Second one.
Hold up. You don't know how this works. It's my turn now.
Okay, let's hear your bad take.
My bad take. My first pick of the week. I'm 3-7-2. It's time to turn it around. If I win all 3 picks this week, I'll still be under 500.
You're poor.
In a shocker.
Did you push 2 weeks?
In a shocker. The Steelers are going to upset the Buccaneers.
Oh, that's just despicable.
Give me the +8. Give me the +8 and give me the money line.
The money line
and up and seal it in the safe. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers looked so bad last week. If you don't think that Mike Tomlin is a good coach. If you think he's going to let anything like that happen again at all, maybe they don't win and maybe they just make it a close game. But the Steelers are going to cover the +8. The Buccaneers have looked so bad this year. I mean, they're winning games barely. They're scraping by a thread. They got bailed out by a roughing the passer call last week. You gonna wake up, Fran?
Jules, I stopped listening halfway through because that was such a bad take. This is the reason you're 3-7-2. Like, you're talking about how the Steelers have literally looked like I could walk on and try out and be on the offense. Like,
maybe
they have been so bad.
Maybe you could, but this week it's gonna be different.
You think that you saying that Mike Tomlin's not gonna let it happen? I'm telling you right now, Mike Tomlin's gonna have it happen again. Like, the Bucs are gonna murder them.
The Bucs are not gonna murder them. The Steelers are gonna cover the +8. And what's your second pick of the day?
I felt like this line was just so disrespectful.
Okay.
Bengals -1.5 against the Saints. How are the Bengals only 1.5-point favorites against the Saints? I don't care how good the Saints. I don't care if Taysom Hill has 5 rushing touchdowns. The Bengals will be covering this game. There's no way the Saints. Have you seen the Saints? It's just Chris Olave catches a touchdown once a game, and it's like that's the passing attack. And if Taysom Hill doesn't have a rushing touchdown, no one has rushing touchdowns because he steals all of them from Kamara anyways. So
yeah,
there's absolutely no way that
trade away Kamara.
Don't talk about Alvin. I picked up Taysom Hill in our league though, so if anyone's gonna steal touchdowns from Alvin, it's gonna be me. But it's bad. But the Bengals are covering this game. There's not enough to be said. There's no more to be said. This is a crime of a line.
Okay. I think that's fine. I think that's a fairly good pick.
I mean, it's 2-0 right there already.
Oh, okay. We'll see about that. My
I'll
second pick,
I'll
which we already kind of discussed, is I've got, the Jets are 7.5 point underdogs. Even if they
That's
lose that
special.
game, I don't think it'll be by more than a touchdown. So give me New York.
I like that pick, Jules. I think you'll have a fourth win.
Jets, 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 Jets.
I think you'll have a fourth win with that. I like that pick. We talked about it. It was both our hot takes. We love that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. All right, what's your? Actually, I'll save your pick for the final shabam of the episode.
Of course.
Let me go
Unless
into-
you take my pick, then it's messed up.
Well, I hope you don't have Ravens -5.5 at the New York Giants.
I do not. But one of my predictions was the Ravens will absolutely massacre the Giants and expose them for the frauds that they are.
I completely
So
agree
I'm backing
with
you
that.
on this.
This is such a new feeling that I'm, actually agreeing with my other host on multiple things.
Well, your first take was pretty bad, but the last two have been good.
Yeah, the Ravens are I think they'll be just fine against New York, and Giants beating Green Bay is they're gonna peak right there and just fall off a cliff. But
I agree. No, I agree.
Mr. Santucci.
Oh God.
As we head to the close of this week's Thursday Night Football special, tell me, what is your 3-0 game? What is going to be your last pick that is going to make the guest picker line have a more in the win column than the loss column?
So Jules, for this last pick, I felt like I would run something back, a little nostalgia per se.
Oh boy.
Of my last, I think, football bet I won of my life. I think you know what this is. I was scouring the lines. I was looking. I was perusing. And I saw one thing that I'm like, damn it, friend. This is the pick.
Tell them.
Bills, Chiefs, over 54. Bills, Chiefs, over 54. Did you see what happened last time these guys played? It was like 75 points. This is such an easy 28-24 win, or 28-27 win. This is easy. 28-27. You think the Bills and the Chiefs both won't score 27 points at least? Come on. No way. The most I'm doing is pushing, and then I'll get a little one at the end of my column. It's happening. I'm throwing it back. I'm going to win a football bet, and that was the last one I got. So we're running it back. Notice how I had nothing with T. Higgins this week? I couldn't do it.
Come on. Well, now that you haven't bet on T. Higgins, he's going off.
No, nothing will ever beat me betting anytime touchdown for T. Higgins in the conference championship and him not scoring, and then betting first touchdown in the Super Bowl, but then him scoring 2 touchdowns, not the first touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
While Steven's out here making $100 on OBJ. That one hurt.
Actually, that real quick too, before we end the episode, because that's kind of a headline. Odell apparently got super lowballed by the Rams GM, and I mean, I would want Odell on my team. He's a playmaker.
I would pay Odell a lot of money to bear the Bears number one because we need some wide receivers.
We sure do, but we're not a contender. He's not going to come here.
You never know. He could make us a contender. You don't know that.
Fields to Beckham, that's a scary duo.
Oh, one quick thing. Another thing I have to add. But hear me out. The magic will end. Cooper Rush will have his first loss as a starter in his career this week.
I agree. The Eagles are going to fly.
Yeah, it will finally come by one of my takeaway picks, MVP Jalen Hurts.
Wait. You have Jalen Hurts winning MVP?
Yep.
No way.
I literally wrote down Josh Allen, or I said Jalen is nuts, but Jalen Hurts is still the MVP. What?
That's a hotter take than any of the other ones you said.
He's been the MVP so far. I didn't say he's going to win the MVP, but he has been the MVP so far.
Josh Allen has absolutely been the MVP so far of this football league.
That's a weird way to pronounce Jalen.
Yes, Jalen has been the MVP this year so far.
No chance. That Bills team would get 8 wins with Andy Dalton at quarterback.
But did you see that video I sent in our Instagram chat last night? That video of Josh Allen just in the end zone, whoosh, just
Yeah, it doesn't matter
tosses it
because you know
up,
what Jalen Hurts is
perfect
doing?
dime.
Jalen Hurts is being a dog. He's throwing 300 yards and getting 100 on the ground. Lamar who? Jalen Hurts. The best.
Jalen Hurts is
Leading the
playing how you'd
NFL
have to.
best team. Leading the only undefeated team. About to be 6-0 after this week. I may curse the Eagles by just saying that
True.
Cooper Rush is going to lose and that Jalen Hurts is the MVP. But I believe it to be so that Jalen Hurts is absolutely so far the season MVP. You heard it here first.
Dang. Okay. That's
I
that's a
know.
pretty
I know.
that's a pretty hot take right there.
No, it's pretty cold. It's not even hot because it's so easy to see, you know. I also wrote down that everyone was talking about how Mark Andrews was tight end 1. But you're goddamn wrong because Travis
It's
Kelce is
Travis
inevitable and
Kelce.
he will always be the tight end 1 until he dies.
Easily, absolutely. All right. Well, I saw in the reflection of my window, since my TV is back there, the Bears have scored a touchdown.
What?
So
Jules,
I know.
you have to keep me updated. I can't see it. Who scored?
So I'll let you go. I'll let you go back to watch the game. We're gonna wrap up our
Oh
Thursday
my
night halftime
God.
special.
I missed our only score of the game, probably.
Thank you all for joining. We appreciate it. Thank you, Francesco, for guest hosting. Brady should be back next week if he, gets into college. But
if Brady doesn't come back, I mean, you got a fantastic host right here. Just
I sure
be great,
do.
obviously.
All
I'll come
right,
back
we'll
when
see.
I'm 3-0 and be 6-0 after.
Yeah, we'll see how that guest picker line starts. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Francesco. We'll see you later.